This is one of those days in Ontario where you can be driving along, maybe even have your sunglasses on, and the next second you are white knuckling it because you can't see a thing. We have snow squalls right now, snow squall warnings in place, widespread. We've got snow squalls coming off of Huron, Georgian Bay, Lake Erie, and Lake Ontario. Blizzard conditions as well, anything in red here, so adjacent to Lake Huron and then around Picton, so on the eastern shores of Lake Ontario, the Bruce Peninsula, Owen Sound, Mount Forest, Upper Wellington, all of these areas are looking at blizzard conditions. We're covering this from the field, and when I say we, I mean our Stormhunter Mark Robinson, because he's the one who likes to take these storms on firsthand. We've seen a lot of images already, Mark, where you can't see anything. It looks like a black and white photo because there's no color.
Yeah, exactly, Kim. Now, this is not really a black and white photo right now, but it does look like there's a truck stuck in the road ahead of me. I'd made it to Listowel, so I'm actually turning around and heading back towards the south. And the roads have been closed just south of Listowel, and that would be the Highway 86. And now we seem to have something happening here, but I'm not quite sure what. I'm actually trying to turn on that road there so I can use the open roads to get south. But I'm not sure exactly what's happening. But this is going to be very typical of what's happening today. When you just have everybody trying to get around, trying to move to places, and you get people stuck. Okay, that truck is moving, and I will move as well, and then I'm going to make this left-hand turn, and then I will begin to start south again. Now, the squall itself is kind of right over top of Listowel at the moment, but I get the feeling I know that that's going to change and begin to go south. So I'm going to be following this squall a little bit south because I want everybody to sort of get an idea of what it is like to be on some of these roads, so that if you don't have to be out, don't be. But if you have to be out, just be prepared for the conditions that you're seeing right now.
Yeah, these rural areas are really tough because of the wide open fields and the blowing snow. Even if there's not a squall, the snow is light and fluffy in many cases. Laura Power, you've been looking at this as well from a radar perspective, and we can see these squalls moving. I know this morning in Hamilton, we got a squall. It was heavy snow. Next thing, clear skies, but it's going to be off and on like this for a little while.
Yeah, that was my same experience on the way into headquarters this afternoon, Kim. It was sunny skies, and then all of a sudden the snow is blowing across the roadways, and you can't decipher if it's falling from the sky or if it's just flying from the ditches. And that's going to be the issue with the travel issues as we go through the next 24 hours. Now, these squalls are inching in through more heavily populated areas, and that's what's going to create some tricky driving conditions over the next several hours. So as we go through the 6 p.m. hour, perhaps you're commuting home a little bit later, the main areas to be aware of where we could see some very deteriorating conditions is up the 400 towards Barrie, up towards Highway 11, where we're going to see a squall cross over the region, as well as the 401 west to QEW and the 403, where we're going to see rapidly changing conditions. Whiteout conditions are very possible and near zero visibility. Now, as we go through the overnight, that's when we're going to see the squalls pull out of the GTA. They will return to the snowbelt region, so don't anticipate that the snow is over yet. We do have another event coming on Wednesday, so it's kind of going to be the story as we go through the next several days. But here's what we can expect throughout Tuesday. The heaviest amounts up towards Bruce County, Tobermory, Owen Sound, as well as the east side of Georgian Bay, Perry Sound down towards Midland, just before getting to Barrie is where we're going to see the heaviest amount north of Lake Simcoe, and lesser amounts as we head further south. But the winds are what are driving this. You're going to see very breezy conditions, very gusty conditions, and those will linger all the way through late Tuesday.